My name is Ann Edwards. I am the foster care manager at the Humane Society of Huron Valley. What fostering is for the Humane Society of Huron Valley is to have a place for the animals who can't be at the shelter for whatever reason. Often because they're too young. We get a lot of kittens, we get a lot of puppies, but in some cases they're sick, in some cases they're old, in some cases they've had surgery they need to recover from. Some of them just do not like being at the shelter. They don't kennel well. They don't present themselves very well to potential adopters, and we get them into a foster home where they can get a lot of one-on-one attention, teaching them their basic manners. It works for a lifetime of success because they've started out on the right foot. 30% of the animals adopted by the Humane Society have come through the foster program for one reason or another.
When I foster, I know that I'm helping animals that in other situations and other shelters would be euthanized just because there's a lack of resources to help them. And if I can help out in any way, it just makes me feel better.
The dogs I get for foster are dogs that might be under-socialized or get just too wound up in the shelter, can't relax, bark all the time. And those types of dogs at other shelters are often the dogs that get put down. We foster and save lives because we're able to help these dogs. And it's a really critical piece to why the Humane Society for Huron Valley has such a great save rate. Knowing that you had a role in helping a creature that had been in such a difficult situation and had been through such pain, and now that he's been able to overcome that really is fantastic.
The range of people that foster is students, it's young families, it's people that have had animals, want animals short-term. I get school teachers that can only foster in the summer. We have a lot of snowbirds that foster where they can only do it in the summertime, and that's great because that's when we have the most animals in need of foster. People ask me what's the average stay in foster, and for kittens it's about a month, and for the dogs it depends on the reason they went, but a month to 2 months, maybe in some cases 6 months or longer. Just really depends on the reason they went in the first place. I don't want anybody to not foster because they can't afford to. If they can provide a loving foster home, we are happy to support them with whatever supplies they need. All medical costs are covered by the Humane Society. We also have advice ready. We have a behavior team that is accessible. You can either call them or you can call me if you have any questions about your animal. If you're contemplating fostering, I would say it's a wonderful thing to do, and you're always welcome to come to an orientation and just learn more about it without committing yourself. We have 2 orientations a month. You can find out about them on our website.
The first thing that people ask me when they learn that I foster is, how can you turn them back in? Even though it is a struggle every time to turn back in animals that you've grown to love, the need for fostering is so great, and you're going to help a whole new batch, and you know that they're going to a good place and a good home.
For a lot of people who might be interested in the foster program but who are intimidated or think, oh, I can't do that, it really is. Can you give the basics and help a dog learn to be a dog? And there's not really much more than that. I actually give a lot of credit to all of the success stories that I've had with my fosters to my 2 dogs. They do as much teaching of the new foster dog of what it's like to be a dog and what it's like to be in a family as any skills that I might have. Then they can adjust really well to that new family. I foster because it is a way that I can make the world a slightly better place because there are some really happy dogs that now are with happy families, and the families love them and they love them back, and that would not have happened if those dogs weren't really given the time and chance to become great dogs.
I love to foster. I love seeing the changes of the animals, whether they come into my home sick or whether they just need attention to grow up. I love the fact that they flourish, and most importantly, I love when they get adopted. I would like to say to anyone who wants to foster, if you love animals, this is the best thing to do. These animals need help. So to have a foster out there that loves animals is fantastic. And we need more people like that. We really do.
To anyone that's thinking of fostering, or if you're on the fence, or if you think it'll take up too much time, or you won't be able to give the cats back, I would say that just try it out. There's people and resources that will help you during your entire fostering experience, and it's so much fun. I get lonely when I don't have kittens running around and cats that I can see blossom into social, happy, adoptable pets. So it's really a rewarding experience, and you can do it from the comfort of your own home, and I would say just give it a shot.